Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. Well, what a wild day yesterday was. Had a 1,000-point move down and another 1,000-point move up. And the result, the reason for that was the mini budget speech from government, and basically it wasn't very pretty, which hammered the rand, and the rand hedge stocks, which make up most of the top 40, basically rallied. Okay, that's pretty much what happened. So the downside move did happen, and hopefully you got some of that, and you weren't like me trying to trade the second move down and got burnt. But anyway, let's just get through the price action at the moment. So we are still hovering on this 200 EMA, but we have ended up with a close above it. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me to see a proper move up now. Okay, buyers did step in quite aggressively here to buy this market and driving it to the upside. We do have this trend line break. There is our next trend line up there. And I think what we need to do is just find, I think that's probably the most logical, this tail here. You can see there's a close, there's an open, there's a close. We touched on it there. And we've used it as resistance in the past as well. So I think that's our next logical target right now, which is 53.16. Yeah, and this 50,000, we've closed above the 50,000 level, so that's also another cue for me that we should be looking for some longs. Okay, so we'll get to the big moves on the 3 hour. 3 hour, you can see 3 hour close plus this last one, the nonsense bar. So we've got a follow-up bar that's closed above there, and pretty much haven't quite closed the gap. You can see all these sellers off there, so I think this is the area that we need to break through, which is 51.22, and then that brings in the next level, which is 53.16 into play. Okay, so yesterday we spoke about this flag. Okay, so you can see we gapped down as a break of the flag, but this is a perfect lesson at the moment. Trade the retest, because often what can happen, we can break back into the pattern and then bounce off the top. Okay, so we opened here, so that's why everybody says you're looking for a close below the pattern, not a gap. Okay, not a move down. You want to close below the pattern. And the higher the time frame it closes, the better. But anyway, this measured move, there was our first move, consolidation, and there was our second move. And as I said to you yesterday, look for the gap close. We've got gap close and more. Okay, so we've got pretty much an extra 360 points to the downside. Now, if you look at the lower time frames, you'll see there is a rejection bar off the top there on 30-minute. So even that 30-minute would have been a signal that you needed to be short with a stop above there, and then looking to take profit down here. It doesn't help being greedy, and you look at this and you think, oh, I missed all of this. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, if you left a runner in there, you would have got it. And let's just want to get levels in here. Let's see where let's see, there is the inside bar that I was chasing there. But even that, you look at these inside tails here, that's pretty much a 300-point swing. So anyway, doesn't really matter. You would have made your money. Okay, so again on the 12-minute, and this is the one you wanted to be watching. You had the gap down, okay, which basically means you've had a break, but you want to close below here. It rallied up. You had this pin bar. It would have been worthwhile taking the trade there or on this close here. So either or would have worked. So that pin bar is a wise band number one entry. So the entry would have been below here, okay, with a stop above there, moving to the downside. This is not what I anticipated. So this pin bar here had me in short with a stop above the pin bar, and obviously that didn't materialize. And the reason for that was just the alligator retest, and also a retest of these breakouts here. Okay, so, and I think it was also a Fibonacci level as well. It was actually a pretty, yeah, that was a 72.6 Fibonacci. So for the Aussie, that's normally a pretty good trade. So, V reversals are normally rare. So this is a V reversal at the moment. In other words, price moved down, hit a level, and then just accelerated away. Normally you see another attempt at the level and then a breakaway, which you didn't really get. Okay, so for today, I do anticipate some more upside. And the big reason for that is that we've had some really good results from Apple and Facebook. Okay, and that normally impacts NASPAS, and when NASPAS impacts, it drives pretty much most of our market. So if we look at Tencent at the moment, Tencent's up 1.68%. Rand is hovering up at 14.97, so that's going to continue. And then the US markets are also had a bit of a rally into close, plus FMC dropped the interest rate. And we've got China up at the moment as well. So everything's boding well for probably a gap up and then a move to the upside. So for me, what I'm looking at is these two fractal levels here. Okay, so I expect to get a gap up. I'll probably get a close above, but I still want to see a pullback opportunity to get in with a stop below here. So ideally, I want to be in around there with a stop there. So it's a 250 point stop loss. Okay. And just look to the left, you can see a lot of congestion here. Okay, so we need to have a proper close above that. So gap up, pull back, hover on here will give you the opportunity to get long, and then along with the trend, and the trend is up. Okay, so that's my view for today. Let's just close off with the Ichimoku. 12-minute Ichimoku, exactly the same thing, very strong uptrend. This is a very strong move to the upside. So I do suspect we're going to get another move to the upside. I don't think we'll see if we've got a measured move now on the higher time frames. Okay, so looking at the 1 hour, we've had a cloud break, but Kijun and Dickinson are flat. Now that's a bit of a worry. Again, you want to see a pullback. Now this is telling us that we need to wait for a big pullback, which is possible. Nothing's impossible on this market at the moment. Here's a trend line break, so you could see sellers step in at this level because it's a bit too strong for them. Okay, and it's no longer a cup and handle or head and shoulders either, so this is a lower low. Okay, so it's not really a consolidation pattern at all. If we look at the 4 hour, we're at the top of the cloud again. Okay, and at the same time, very interesting with that level drawn in. There's another one there. So we're at the top of the cloud at the moment, and at the same time, Kijun and Dickinson are in a bullish view. Okay, bearish view. Chickerspan is also bearish. We've had a twist in the cloud, which is also bearish, and the oscillator is indicating we are overbought. So, still a very, 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 how do I put it? You need to tread with caution here. So, yes, you've had this big pin bar with a massive confirmation bar, but when you see things like this, often it could be an exhaustion bar into a level. In other words, we're at a level now, we just sort of hover, waiting for the balance of not the oscillators, but the Ichimoku to turn. So I need this to go green, I need Chickerspan to break through price, and I need these two to cross over. They did attempt to cross here, but then we got this rejection down. So anything's possible. So I think we need to just proceed with caution. I think that's the only thing. Use small positions, wide stops, and a break above here, I still want to see a pullback, because a break above here will be a break above the 4-hour cloud. Still want to see a pullback into this area before committing to a long-term or medium-term long. Okay, the daily is just adds to the confusion, because that is bullish, but we're pointing down when we should be pointing up. Okay, so if we were sort of bullish and then pointing up like this, I'd have no hesitation in saying chase longs. But as it stands now, very, very cautious at the moment until I see this change, and predominantly looking for the 4-hour to change. So for now, you trade the 12 minutes or the 15-minute chart. It is bullish. You're going with the trend, but you're having very tight stops. So this is your stop area at the moment. Okay. So stop area is 49,963, and you're looking for any break above 5,100. Break and close above 5,100 is what you're looking for with a very tight stop loss. Okay, it may be a big break coming, and this may be the entry, so it's well worth the risk. Okay, so anyway guys, that might be on the Aussie. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later.